Welcome to Women's Rugby Rundown 191 for March 2nd through the 9th. Kenya went back-to-back at the HSBC Sevens Challenger, securing another title, and now the top 8 teams have booked their spots for the next round in Krakow on April 11th through the 12th. Fiji named Richard Walker as the new head coach of the Fiji Airways Fijiana Sevens. The Wolfhounds dominated the Celtic Challenge, sealing a second straight title, while Belgium edged Germany to stay on course for the Europe Trophy crown. The Red Roses will aim for their 7th straight Guinness Women's Six Nations title as the tournament gears up for another landmark year. And the British and Irish Lions announced Carol Isherwood as the first ever chair of the Lions Women's Committee. We'll round up all the global premier and club competitions worldwide. I'm Wendy, here to bring you the latest in women's rugby. This is your Women's Rugby Rundown, and we're about to kick off. Let's start with Sevens news. Kenya has gone back-to-back in Cape Town, taking the HSBC Sevens Challenger title, with South Africa taking second, Colombia third, Czechia fourth, and now we know the top 8 teams for Krakow. It'll be Kenya, South Africa, Argentina, Colombia, Thailand, Czechia, Poland, and Uganda. Fiji Rugby announced that 2-time Olympic coach Richie Walker will take over as the new Fiji Airways Fijiana Sevens head coach. He coached the USA women in 2016, and then in 2020, it was the Japan women's side. What a pickup for Fiji. The Irish Wolfhounds have gone back-to-back with Celtic Challenge titles with a dominant campaign, 10 rounds with only 1 loss, and their sister team, the Clovers, placed second. Belgium held off a late German comeback to claim a 23-19 away win in the European Trophy, setting up a home clash with Finland in April for the season title. The Guinness Women's Six Nation kicks off March 22nd with Ireland versus France, but the real story here is that the Red Roses are aiming for their 7th straight title in a landmark year for the tournament. Wales will look to avoid the wooden spoon that they got last year. The British and Irish Lions announced Carol Isherwood OBE as the very first chair of the new Lions Women's Committee. Her first responsibilities will be to oversee the first ever Howden Lions series in New Zealand in 2027. Spain has announced an amazing run-up to their return to the 2025 Rugby World Cup. It's after 8 years. They will have matches on March 22nd versus Brazil, March 29th versus Portugal as part of the European Championship, April 5th versus Sweden, also part of the European Championship, and then April 19th versus South Africa. Now let's look at Premier and Club news. After 15 rounds, Society Zanarelle and Natikas Ice have punched their tickets to the Nan Fung Group Airside Premiership Grand Final on March 15th at Kings Park Sports Ground. The 2025 Premiership Women's Rugby Final returns to London for the first time since 2017, with Gloucester-Hartpury chasing their 3rd title as they face Saracens at StoneX Stadium on March 16th. Lots of action in USA Club Women's Rugby. In D1, Seattle's dominating Pacific Northwest, while Surfers lead SoCal and Nova stays on top in the Atlantic. D2 sees Portland out of the Pacific Northwest and the All Blues out of NorCal taking first, while Mid-America playoffs are set for April 12th through the 13th. In D3, Chattanooga and NOLA lead True South, with Red River, Capital, and EPRU returning soon. The Bulls Daisies locked in home advantage for the South Africa Premier Division final on March 29th with their 6th straight wins, while challengers Sunlambolan, Demis, and DHL Western Province kept their title hopes alive. The Kenya Cup regular season wrapped with Mwamba on top, Kenya Harlequins making a statement in their debut season. Both have secured semifinals, while the rest gear up for playoffs. Vancouver still on top of the BC Premier with a win over Seattle, while West Shore sits second with 4 weekends to go. Railway Union kept their perfect record intact with a home win over Blackrock, as all in Nigeria AIL matches saw home sides claiming bonus points. Railway Union and UHL Bohemian have now locked in home semifinals. Bordeaux remains unstoppable in Elite 1 with a perfect 14-0 record, while Blagnac, Toulouse, Romagna round out the top 4 with 4 weekends remaining. With 2 draws in the penultimate round of the Series A Elite finalists will be decided on April 6th as Villarbra and Valsugno played to a 22-22 stalemate. Torino and Bennington finished 17-17, while Colorno stayed in the hunt with a win, and Milan closed their home season with a dominant victory. Over in the Super W, the Wartaws snatched a last-minute 26-21 win over the Force to stay in the title race. The Reds stunned Fijiana Drua 22-19, and the Brumbies powered past Penina Pacifica 36-17. The Blues edged Chiefs Manawa in a dramatic grand final replay with a last-minute Portia Woodman-Wycliffe try. Who else? While Matatu stormed past Hurricanes Poa with a dominant first half to secure back-to-back wins in Super Rugby Opaki. The Black Pearls keep rolling in the Uganda Premiership with 7 straight wins, while Emily Ferrari, the Kuru, tears it up with 36 tries this season so far. That does it for us. Of course, you can get more news on our site at yscrugby.com. Never miss an episode of Women's Rugby Rundown by subscribing on Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, or any of your favorite social media platforms. Just not Twitter or X.